Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the second Macho Thursdays, week number 2. I'm your host, Macho Cheese. I hope everyone's having a great evening tonight. Yeah, we got 13 fighters this week. The rule set this week is this right here. So it is the B rank rule set that we used in the SSBL this past summer. So it's a 2,000 total stat cap, 600 life total, power, intelligence, skill, 480 speed and defense total. Now, two big rules of the stat cap is we can only enter slow guts rates monster, like very slow guts rate monster, so 15 to 19. And then besides your monster's starting basic techs, your monsters could only have techs of a certain type. So either more basic techs, or sharp techs, heavy techs, withering techs, hit techs, or special techs. It was a really fun format. That I think seemed to be like the favorite out of the SSBL formats. I had a lot of fun building it. You can do some pretty goofy stuff here. So let's take a look at who is fighting tonight. Very funny. Okay, so all of this was randomized except for one monster, which was Amazing Bulk, which was Project L's monster, which in the SSBL, it was a pools format where Amazing Bulk went like 7-0 in his pool, went completely undefeated, only monster in the SSBL to do that this past summer. So we know he's a strong build. Like, you don't make a strong monster, we know your monster is strong if it goes 7-0 in a round robin. You know, there's getting lucky in Monster Rancher, but like that is an incredibly consistent build. Now everyone else was pretty much randomized. So we're got Sus Among Us Uwu by Selvius versus Sinatra Blue. So it's Selvius versus me starting us off. Really funny because there's actual history here between these two. During the SSBL stream, I told Selvius if her monster beat my monster, I would sell my monster at the end of the stream. Well, which I did, because her monster beat my monster's ass, but he's back and he's ready for revenge. He broke out of sale jail. Then we got Biz Marquis by Freya, Chicola by Tyler, which is Pyro, I believe. We got Estro Keeper, Lily's monster, Zatuna, Feyre's monster, Citrusy by Daff. We got Black Skull Dragon by Lionel, and then Nia by Carter, Unthemed by JP, like we already introduced, Amazing Bulk, Spin to Win by Frenzy Potato, and Grim Jim by Nash. So we're going to go ahead and just get into things. Wrong screen there. Alright, so last week, we're not going to do any betting, I think, until losers, grands, and winners finals. So, we're just going to go ahead and hop right into it. Don't need fast forward, don't have that many friends fighting tonight, as we did last week. 13's still pretty good, though, considering it was a not very widely ran format. Alright, so we got Sus Among Us and Sinatra Blue, so we got a Sharp Tech Mew versus a Withering Golem. So Blue is not the most damaging build, as you can see, but my kind of idea with him when building him was kind of go harder on the HP, the life stat, and then try to keep the other side withered down. Now, he didn't perform the best. He went, I think, 3-3 in his pool, which is not bad, but obviously not enough to win his pool. But we'll see. Power Thwack at 41, it does hit. 143, decent damage, does wither Sus Among Us down. Blue's probably going to need 1 or 2 moves to get back into this. Kick on the 36 does whiff there. So it's looking like this is Sus Among Us' game. I don't think it missed a single tech that time. So Sus Among Us is going to take that game number 1. Alrighty, friends. Let's see. Music looks like it might be a tiny bit loud, so I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. Alright, kick to start things off there. Alright, so Sinatra Blue winning right now, but Sus Among Us has a ginormous guts lead, 46% on the Twiddling 2, doing over about like a third of 3/4 of Blue's. Gosh, I got tongue-tied. Sinatra Blue is in the yellow health. Alright, Sus Among Us swinging these punches, misses that first one, gets a crit on the second one, 145, and hits this one. Does Blue grit? He does not. So Sus Among Us, only missing one tech that whole match, that whole set, moves on to fight Project L. Alright, coming up next, we have, who do we have? We've got Bismarcky, so some new monsters to this format. We got Freya's Bismarcky versus Chocola, another new monster to this format. So we got a good mix of new and old, which is fun. Lots of hair subs so far. This is our third hair sub of the night already, and it is already only set 2. Alright, Zilla Rush coming out at the 93. Big crit, taking about 1/3 of Chocola's health down into the 2 lashes. 116 in revenge there. Ooh, does proc anger, so Bismarck Key gonna have a faster guts rate there for a little bit. Somersaults, 103, negative 14 guts down. Somersaults does pretty decent damage. Alright, knocking up's gonna hit there at the 96. I love water. Alright, knocking up again, 163. Alright, bite. Probably not what it needs to get. Actually, that did more than I thought it would. A couple of bites here can keep going. Oh, it just needed to swing one more. Chocola is in the lead. Anything that Bismarcky or Chocola is going to swing is probably going to hit. And it goes down. So Chocola taking that KO 1 second before the buzzer. Game 1 goes to the worm. Alright, both fighters just backing up, letting those guts rates build up a little bit. Alright, Bismarcky starts us off with the knocking up. Negative 10 on Chocola's side on their guts. Somersault hits 125. Knocking up. Misses the 96. Okay. Alright, somersaults there. Oh, big crit, 207. Decent amount of withering there. Alright, scratch. I don't think there's any withering on scratch, so it's just going to be a little bit of chip damage. Chocola could probably end this right now. Yeah, 80% on the tail lash. Going to win that 2-0. Alright, next up we got a fun one, because we have a cocooned monster coming up. So it's going to be Lily's Estro Keeper. Now normally, Naga would not be able to enter this format, but you can get around that by cocooning a 15 guts rate worm, which is exactly what Lily did. And she actually, during the actual SSBL, she did the same thing with the Suezo. So we got Estro Keeper, the cocooned Naga, versus Zatuna, the Shishi. One of my personal favorite Bakus. So Baku was a pretty popular monster when this format rolled around, simply because of this move. So you got Diving Press. So Baku is a pretty good monster in this format, considering, you know, basics Diving Press are pretty good build. 400 or 343, able to one-hit KO there. So Zatuna. So what's the stipulations for this tournament? So what it is it's a 2,000 total stat cap, and then your monster has to be a 15 to 19 guts rate monster, and they can have their starting basic techs along with any techs of like one type. So for example, Estro Keeper is a hit tech build where it has its basics and only hit techs, and Zatuna is a power or heavy build where it's basics and only heavy techs. Alright, charging the 43, does whiff there. God, it's really weird seeing a Naga with that slow of a guts rate. Alright, Dust Cloud on the 50-50 hits, 69 damage, goes for a second one, that hits 2, down to 59, 10 less damage there. Oh, into the crit stab, Estro Keeper, bringing it to our first game, number 3 of the night. might put something together for this next week. Got caught up on a bunch of other builds this week, though. Hey, you're fine. We, this is just supposed to be just a fun, casual thing. So if you enter one week and don't enter the next week, that's, you know, it's whatever. I gotta figure out what I want to do for this next week, though. Oh, tongue slap, that's gonna kill. Do we see a grit? Geez, 616 damage on the crit. No grit there. So Zatuna, whichever how you pronounce it, it's gonna go continue through losers, and then Estro is gonna go down to loser's side. Alright, so moving on, we have Citrusy, which is a very funny name. Let's see, that is... yeah, that's Daft's monster. Versus Black Skull Dragon, which I'm a big fan of that name. I, like many, a young child, watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Growing up. Oh, hello, new first-time chatter. I want to join in on these Monster Rancher tourneys since I've never done a Monster Rancher tourney before. Played the originals on PS1, but I have to wait for Steam to have this game on sale, hopefully for Halloween, since I cannot afford it at this current price. Yeah, it's a very cool game whenever you're able to get it. We're be very much welcome to have you. If you want to wait until then, I know a lot of us are comfortable, like, say if you wanted to build something on the emulated version of the game, a lot of us are comfortable with kind of like you raise your monster and then we can just cheat your build in for you. But if you're not comfortable with doing that, you know, whenever you're able to get the Steam version of the game, you know, come through, raise some monsters. We'd be happy to help you. Alright, so actually I haven't seen Citrusy before. So Citrusy seems like it's a Withering Kato, which is fun. Has Lick, which is not a move that we see often. Oh, able to kill there on the crit basic power basic tet. So sorry y'all, I cannot talk today. I've been tongue-tied all day. Citrusy taking that first game. Who gave Shelly Wheeler a ranching license? My friend has been oh shit, Black Straw Dragon's an int build too? That's sick. I love int dragon. My friend's been rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh! And it reminded me of my favorite Joey Wheeler scene where they're gathered around the campfire and and he's just like, dibs on the candy bars, dibs on the soda pop, dibs on the candy. And there's like someone's just like, oh, there's vegetables too, and Joey's like super duper quiet. And then like it cuts to a later scene where they're cooking stuff around the fire and somebody's just like, Joey, are you sure that we should be frying these candy bars? And he's like, hey, I got it, don't worry about it. Dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1 is probably like one of my favorite seasons of like any television show ever. Especially the 4Kids dub. That shit is very funny. Alright, Black Skull Dragon taking game number 2. Pilot Season 0. You know, I've never got around to watching that, and it's definitely something that I should. That's the one where, like, Kaiba actually has green hair and shit like that, right? Yeah, he's got green hair. Is that where Screw the Rules I Have Green Hair comes from? Dude, there are some fucking wild moments in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the fucking duel that Yu-Gi-Oh! Kaiba had, and Kaiba's like, I'm gonna lose, so I'm gonna jump off this building if you beat me. The band Kiss, what does their monster generate? I'm not sure. I don't know if Kiss has any like special, like specific monsters that any of their albums generate. They redid a lot of the albums in porting this to the game. Alright, so Lick not going to be able to hit there. I don't think even if it landed a hit that Citrusy would have taking the lead there. So Black Skull Dragon is going to be moving on 2-1. Pretty cool builds. And then finally for our first round of winners, we've got Nia. And then we've got JP's new monster, Unthemed. I hope we got it done at least. I don't know. It's JP. Alright, yeah, looks like he's good. Alright, so JP originally also raised the backer for this, but apparently he ended up deleting it. So he went ahead and raised something new for this. Alright, so we got Nia, we got Unthemed. Our second crit Mew of the night. You know, unsurprisingly, it's a very good build. So we'll probably be seeing this a lot. I think there's a third one in the tournament somewhere. Alright, Head Assault, big 300 damage there on the crit. Cut in 2 retaliation though from Nia. 127 on the cut in 2. I think probably both monsters could end this here with their next attack. Yeah, leaping kick there. Oh, it looks like Unthemed is a special build, which is really fun. Oh, triple slash, not a move that we get to see a ton. 310, almost a one-hit KO. Leaping kick or retaliation there, 108 damage. Oh, into the twiddling 2, 1-2 combo. Does miss there. Drops the combo. Yeah, special Durhan is fun. I don't think there was only... I think Patch raised a special build Golly. I think he was the only person that's done a special build in this format up until now. Alright, so Unthemed. Gets the knockout there, but does... Nia does grit. Misses the triple slash on the 43. Nia's got a really big guts lead here. A couple crit head... I was about to say a couple crit headbutts, but just one crit headbutt. Gonna do it there. 252 on the crit headbutt. Nia sends Unthemed to losers 2-0. Yeah, it's a pretty cool design. His shoes look exactly like Sonic the Hedgehog's shoes. Alright, so we are going to keep moving on. We're going to continue to losers. We got one more round until we have top 8. Until we have... yeah, one more round until we have our winners top 8. And then once we get through this round, we'll go ahead and go through losers. Alright, so we still have some monsters to see, so... let's pull Amazing Bulk up here. Only seeded monster of the tournament, because he did incredibly well in the SSBL this past summer. Oh, hold on. A bracket error here. Okay, there we go. That's all fixed. And then we got Sus Among Us. I think they were in 2 separate sides of the bracket, so I don't think these two have actually fought before, even though they're not new monsters to this format. Alright, so Amazing Bulk is a hit tech golem. Is a hit build golem. Ooh, big head assault there on the 48%. Ooh, slap whisk on the 53. Punch on the 41. Doing about 1/3 of Sus Among Us Uwu's health. Alright, Sus is just building up those guts right though. Does miss or hit the tail assault on the 51%. Amazing Bulk goes down game 1. Twiddling 2 on the this monster has only missed 1 tech still the whole night. Alright, big charge, whiffs on the 55. Oh, okay, misses 2 techs. Must have heard me. Alright, Bulk's got a pretty big guts lead now. Hits the charge at the 55, 195 damage. Pretty good damage on a hit tech move. You know, Golem, he'd just be putting out big numbers. Alright, they're just kind of chilling right now. Alright. Sus finally hits or swings a tail assault. We do see a grit from Bulk though. Sus might have enough guts to buffer a tech, but it does not. Bulk goes for a punch. Oh, into the charge, 53%. That does whiff. It's looking good for Sus Among Us right now, and it is good for Sus Among Us right now. Hits the twiddling. Down to 0. Sus Among Us, making it into top 8. 2-0. Alright, folks, next up we got Chocola. Oh no, I just realized what monster he's fighting. This might not be the best for the worm. So we have Chocola versus Atona. Baku versus Worm here. Tank versus Speedster. Tank versus Diving Press build. Friends, I think we know how this ends. 306. Actually, not like as bad as you would think. He can't take 2 though, probably. Somersaults on the 58%, that does whiff. Alright, Tongue Slap on the 79. 338 or 39. He does grit though. Chocola doesn't need a ton of hits to actually win here, and he's a pretty accurate build, so we'll see. He needs to swing though, because the next thing Atona swings is probably going to hit, and it's going to kill. Well, Dust Cloud, best play he could have done, 94%. Chocola goes down, game 1. Alright, same opener as last time. Crit this time though, 464. Does proc power. Power hit tech. Power Salmacelts could probably do pretty good work here. It whiffs though on the 59% and power runs out. It's not looking good for Wormy Boy. No withering on that charge though. Oh, into the big diving press. Round number 2. Chocola goes down 0-2, not able to hit a single move that game. He will be fighting for his life in the loser's bracket. Alright, coming up next, we have another Mew, I believe. We have Spin to Win. Frenzy Potatoes Monster. Versus Black Skull Dragon. Oh, Black Skull. Alright. So, you technically haven't seen this build yet, but you've seen this build. Does hit the Inferno. Frame 1, 382 on the crit there. Spin to Win down in the flashing yellow. Doesn't even have a big Guts lead now because of those Withering techs. Oh, dude, you're fine. Look, you made a good build. Like, you made a good choice. You're rooting for a dragon since you made another Mew. You guys don't have to feel bad about any of this. You guys picked an insanely good build in this format. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, big 372 or 76 crit there on the twiddling. Even after that frame 1 Inferno, Black Skull Dragon just was not able to hit anything else. Do we see it again? No, he decides to chill. Alright, Fire Breath though does hit on the 43%, 283. Pretty big damage from his size. Not as much withering as the Inferno does though. Head Assault on the 48, that hits 274. These Mews cannot miss tonight. Oh, Tail Whip whips on the 57, not like too big of a deal. Yeah, you know, only big 21 damage move there. Headbutt on the 50-50 does whiff, but we do, or sorry, it hits, but we do see the grit. You can buffer attack, does not. Alright, the cool thing about I don't know, my brain farted. I like just completely front stun lock there. Alright, spin to win wins that 2-0. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. The cool thing about Intelligence Dragon is that neither of its intelligence moves like cost a ton. I think Fire Breath is 20, Inferno is 29, so pretty cost-effective build. It just has to deal with those 2 power techs in the front slot. Alright, last new monster of the night, we got Grim Jim, which is Nash's monster. And then we got Nia again, so we're going to see another Mew. Alright, so Grim Jim, he did pretty well. I think he got like 2nd overall in his pool. I think he's a very terrifying monster. So he is just a heavy Joker build. So it is just basics and Death Slash. So, you know, pretty much Joker. Alright, Death Punch whiffs on the 56. Hits that one. A lot of guts down. Negative 22 on a basic tech is pretty crazy. Death Punch hits there. There's the Death Slash. Just decide to go for a punch instead. 146. Goes for another one. That does whiff. Grim Jim is a tank, so pretty much anything Nia swings is going to hit, but he's not going to give Nia the chance. Takes that game number 1. Looking call, Joker. 126, a little bit of withering on that one. Speaking of not being able to miss. Okay, I thought he hit him with a 3-punch combo. Alright, Nia's got a pretty big stockpile of guts though. Headbutt, gonna do a little bit of damage. One guts down, which procs the anger, which is not great for Nia. Well, Nia herself does grit though. Does have the guts lead. Goes for the twiddling on the 95%. Does hit. 8 guts down. A little bit better that time. Punch going to do itty-bitty amounts of damage. Grim Jim's just going to be able to tank a lot of these hits. He's just got to hit one more time and he's going to be able to take this. Death Slash is not what he needs. Goes for a punch. Twiddling again. Do we see a crit? We do. Grim Jim's still in the lead. Nia can swing something. He's backing up. He's trying to get into those slots that Nia doesn't have techs. And nobody's going to do anything. So Grim Jim going to take that on the timeout. Game number 2. 2-0. Alright, challenge is being a little slow right now. So let me just go ahead and get our first losers match lined up here. So round 1 of losers, we are going to have Bismarcky versus Estro Keeper. So because of the uneven number, there is only 2 monsters in round 1 of losers. Now I'm not trying to sway anyone either which way, but we do have a tank versus a hit build, which you know, historically is not probably the best for a monster who kind of relies on low damaging accurate moves. So pretty bad roll here for Estro, but we'll see if it's going to be able to win or not. Alright, a little bit of damage there on the belly punch, I think that was. Yeah, I was really surprised Grim Jim didn't make it out as the B-rank representative in his pool. It's a very strong build. I mean, we know how good just Joker is in general. All right, 2 belly attacks there. Gonna take it. Estro Keeper down game 1. All right, round number 2. Ooh, misses the 85% thwack and the 81% belly punch. What the fuck? Holy shit. Okay. Well, at least the scratch misses at 52%. Alright, finally a move lands. Over half the damage there. Goes for another belly attack. These two are just swanging. Astro's got a pretty big guts lead though. Black's still not able to break 100%. 95 into 81 into 65. He's just pink belly, just over and over, just slapping the shit out of Bismarcky. It's that Sesame taking all the hits. I don't know what Selvius feeds her monster, but it's going a little stupid tonight. Oh my god, just fucking pink belly. Finally broke 100 damage on that last thwack. Estro keeping itself in there. Brings it to a game 3. Alright, a little bit of slap there. No withering on that. Dodges the knocking up. Goes for the scratch, 95 damage. Just slapping the shit out of him. Alright, scratching the 48. Ooh, big 162 crit. I know Estro has power, which you do not see a ton on a Naga, so it's really cool that it has power. Well, with Neeson dodges scratch, though, it doesn't. Does it grit? It does not. So Bismarcky staying in it. Moves on in losers 2-1. Still a cool build, though, Lily. I liked it a lot. Power on Naga is really fun. Alright, next up we're going to have Nia versus Sinatra Blue. I get sick too if someone's slapping the shit out of me like that. Alright, so Sinatra Blue's he's signed a second Mew of the night. Can he make it through? I think Nia's got the lowest health out of all the Mews, I think. You know, Sinatra Blue is do a ton of damage, so he likes to see that. Alright, Smash Thwack on the 39 does hit. 71, decent amount of guts down. They have about the same guts after that. He's just standing there. He's like, my biggest tech did 70 damage. What the fuck? Alright, we do see a kick. Nia's just doing what needs to do, building up these guts. Does whiff the 46% on the Twiddling 2. Oh, good luck, by the way. Alright, big old punch right in the dick. 80 damage. Blue's got a pretty big guts lead right now, so he's going to be a little bit tankier. He does have that almost 600 health. Alright, Smash Thwack again, misses on the 39%. Blue is in the lead right now. Until now, Nia hits that big, wow, 462 crit on the Twiddling 2. Nia at the last second, gonna take that. Blue is on his losers bracket life right now. Needs to win 2 more games to stay in. Nia just needs to win 1. Yeah, big hit there at the very last second. Twiddling misses on the 45. Alright, Blue just building up these guts. He's only got slots in techs in slots 1 and 2, so he's able to use those back 2 slots to kind of stockpile his resources. -8 there on the Withering. Oh, 50-50 on the punch, does whiff. Goes for a punch again, that one whiffs too. Ooh, decides to go for a thwack, that one whiffs with the 42. Alright, Nia dodging all these moves up until then. 90 on the crit punch, big damage. Alright, 99. It's very funny that the Mew's little tiny baby punch doing more damage than the giant ass Golem's punch. Alright, thwack whiffs there, I think. Well, Sinatra Blue is in the lead now. Needs to dodge this punch. He does. Alright, he brings it to a game 2. I'm pretty sure. I think Nia's got more damage. Yeah. Alright, Blue keeping himself in this. Why is it? Because this man's got 325 power. That's why, Freya. Big old punch. Yeah, Azu, I was actually watching Rewatching the damage calculator he's swinging this time. Nia has a gigantic guts rate. This might just kill. It was pretty close. I was watching the rewatching the damage calculator video, and Nash had that clip of Boyfriend hitting like the 700 damage punch, which is just nuts. Nia making quick work of that game number 3.
Man, boo. Tomato, tomato, tomato. I'm throwing tomatoes.
Good game, Spider. Nia continues on. Alright, so we're going to have... honestly, what might be my favorite build of the night. I've really enjoyed watching Black Skull Dragon. And Bismarck's back already.
Both of these fighters have dealt with custody battles involving their children.
Alright, so we do have a Withering monster up against Bismarcky, which is going to be interesting. And also, Black Skull Dragon is an intelligence build, so he's Bismarcky is not going to be able to tank those moves as hard. Ooh, so 87% on the Fire Breath here, 143. Black Skull Dragon going to take that game 1 in just 2 hits. Hey, JP. Your dude's still in winners, I'm pretty sure. Did I lie about that? Where is your guy? No. No, he's in losers. My bad. People liked your build though, so I don't know if that's... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, 407 on the giant charge, or big charge, whatever kind of charge that is, Zilla Rush. Alright, Inferno to start things off. Pretty good opener. You know, decent damage. Evens their guts out decently well. Alright, belly attack does hit on the 53 there. Big crit down into the yellow for Black Skull Dragon. Well, he was shimmying. He was in with the shimmy there for a second. Alright, Inferno again. This is going to be all of Bismarck's guts down. 19 in the flashing yellow. Black Skull's in a pretty good spot here. Does get hit by the crit scratch. Oh, grit though. He's stuck up in slot 1. Wow. Bismarcky was 0 guts after that. That means he he like did it immediately as soon as he could. Alright, on the grit comeback, Black Skull Dragon is going to win that 2-1. Keeping on. Alright, so up next we're going to have Chocola. Pyro, this is your second hair sub you've submitted to me, I think I've realized. Which is cool, because I love hair subs. Especially Crones, my second favorite monster of all time. And we got Citrusy. Citrusy. Citrusy is funny, so I'm going to say that. I don't know, he put up a good fight for you. He's a cool build. Surprisingly, not the first tank Zilla Gel that's ever been entered in one of my tournaments. Was it last summer? I don't know. I ran a tournament one time called the Tropical Cup, where you could only use like basically like water themed, tropical themed, island themed monsters, like main breed subs. It was like Gel, Undyne, Niton, Plant, Zilla, Arrowhead, and I think it was Great Golem entered Big Z, which was a tank Zilla Gel in 3500, so heavyweight format, and I'm pretty sure it made top 8. It did surprisingly well, and that was in the old version, like the emulated version of the game where monsters couldn't attack till they had 45 guts. So like it surprisingly, like, you know, made top 8 when Withering in that version of the game is much stronger overall. Alright, Somersault to close things out here. So Trissy goes down. Chicola. Keeping it self alive in the loser's bracket. 1-0. Oh, was there a 93 dodge? I was just talking. Alright, somersault whiffs there on the 56. So Trissy, slight lead here. You know, not a ton of damage, but he is on the board. Ooh, tail last wish at the 55. Not a lot of guts for Chicola right now. So Trissy is going to do a little bit more damage here. Goes for the lick on the 89. Big withering there. Slash claws will do a little bit more damage. Ooh, oil spray would probably be game, but he's backing up. Alright, lick. Jesus, 31, and runs the clock down with ease. Damn. Fucking got licked the nay-nay on him. Alright, so Trissy brings it to a game number 3. Alright, what's that somersault there? I don't think Chicola hit a move last round, so you know, it's kind of due. There we go. 51 on the somersault. About half of Trissy's health down. Goes for the oil spray. Ooh, big damage. Big withering. I forgot how fucking crazy Kato's withering techs are. Jesus. Another 40% guts down. Does proc power. I don't know if we'll really get to use it in a meaningful way, though. It just could end things here with lick. Ooh, decides to back up. It's given Chicola a chance to get back into it. Goes for the smoke breath, though. And unless he grits, he is down. And he does not. Alright, so second hand smoke to death. So Trissy's going to stay alive. 2-1. Said thank you for smoking. Alright, next up we got Bulk. Versus Unthemed. Oh my gosh, do you hear those other dogs outside? Do you hear those other dogs outside? I don't know if you could hear it, but Basil was growling at the window. Alright, last top 8 qualifier here. We got Bulk versus Unthemed. You can hear no dogs. Okay, well that's good. That means my microphone's noise canceling is working a little bit. No, neighbor's dogs were barking and my dog was up in the window growling at him. Ball got all up in his face for that kick. Alright. Nice little basic tech to end it off there. Unthemed wins game number 1. My dad is trying to entertain. Oh, triple slash. No crit, so he's still in it. Bulk's got a huge guts lead right now. Misses the charge. Bulk, despite being a hit build, has not had the best chance, or has not had the best luck with hitting tonight. Rust Slash can probably just close things off here. Yeah, quick set here. Bulk goes 0-2 today, which is very surprising to me, but, you know, common quote. That's Monster Rancher, baby. Moose Bones. Quoted by Macho Cheese. 2023. I think Bulk only hit once his first set, too. So is the SSBL something that will be run next summer? I might keep Chicola around if so. I'm not sure. Because JP knows, Nash knows, Kahuna knows. I have something kind of cooking up right now that I'm really excited for. But there also is about 3 leagues that are about to start. So what I have planned, it's probably going to be put off for a little bit just because there's 3 leagues coming up. And, you know, maybe at the first of the year I can talk about it a little bit. Maybe after some of the leagues get ran through. We'll see. Alright, so we are in top 8 now. We have Susamungus versus the Tuna. Yeah, that's kind of another thing too, is like what I want to do, I'm very excited for, and I think friends, especially in the older friends in the scene, will be excited for it too. Hopefully newer friends will be excited for it as well. But it's a format that's not really been ran in a while since DX dropped. Which it's been my favorite format in the game. Not made by me, but I got the blessing to be able to run essentially kind of like a spiritual successor to it, and I put this on man control. But yeah, so that's like a league potentially I could be running. You know, I'm putting the work into preparing it, but it's not like a 100% sure thing. But I have the blessing from the original person who did that style of league to do it. But I do have a very funny monthly tournament. Well, when I say monthly, just like my next theme tournament. Like, you know, my theme for this month's tournament is Pokemonsters. My theme for potentially in November is very funny, and I'm very excited for it. And the tournament host and the tournament host chat know what I'm talking about, which I'll probably reveal it at the end of the tournament on Saturday. But I'm very excited for that one. Oh, you're in a place where you can finally earn another event again. Sick. Oh, big ton slap there. Sus does grit, goes for the leaping kick. Oh, hits that leaping kick. Zatuna is a monster without grit. So, Grimoire, what are you thinking of running? My next theme tournament is very funny in a different way. Ooh, big power here. Power charge. Ooh, that whiffs. Can go for the diving press. Power diving press will just, you know, instant kill. You're very fond of what you got to help Unholy with. Cool. Alright, Sus is going to take that 2-0, I believe. Zatuna means olive. Am I pronouncing it right, Sfera? Zatuna? Zatauna? Alright, so we got Spin to Win and Grim Gym. So Grim is going through the Mew Gauntlet right now. He's the only thing standing in our way from Mew Winners Finals. Can you not KO on any recoil tech? You can't. There was like a thought for some reason at one point where if you had power, you could KO yourself on a recoil tech, but you know that's not true. But yeah, no, you will always stay at 1. You will always stay at 1 life, which is why why 1 life recoil tech builds are pretty funny. All right, Grim, very quick game there. he just wants to, you know, fight him man to man, punch to punch. You know, Grim Jim's not using his giant scythe. Why should Muse use his giant claws? Oh, Foolery! Of all things. Not that spin wasn't going to hit anyways, but... Oh, big 243 on the death punch there. Oh, procs real. Swings another one. Look at... Oh, but Grit. Oh, this could be really scary for Grim Jim. Does still have real active. He's just backing up. Not what you want to do, friend. Ooh, does dodge the twirling on the 83%. Real has ran out, folks. Death Smash whiffs. Grim just needs to hit one thing, but look how slow that guts rate is. Every punch that he whiffs is just going worse and worse for him. 141 on the leaping kick. Not a ton of damage. Does not combo it into the twiddling too. Misses the Death Smash here. Spin can still win this. It's in his name, but he decides to do nothing. Grim is going to move on 2-0 even after Real wearing off. As good as a build as Mew is, those basic techs are fucking terrible. Alright, so our winners finals is going to be Sus Among Us versus Grim Jim. As soon as challenges loads here, we can go ahead and get started with our next match. Alright, so... Actually, no. I guess we can go ahead and... keep going. So, let's go ahead on the loser's side. We've got Nia versus Black Skull Dragon. Our 2 intelligence boys... staying in the tournament so far.
Both of these fighters have dealt with custody battles involving their children.
I have some really fun channel points sounds. I'm gonna prep for Pokemonsters after this tournament's done, because he maybe got like a half an hour left, maybe. Since this Pokemon Stadium theme is probably pretty obvious what I'm gonna put, but Nash gave me the idea and I'm really excited for it. For the channel point sounds. Jesus. One hit KO there. What do you think is in Mew's head that is so like hard and strong that it can just do that much damage with a little like tap of its head? Oh, Black Skull down in the green health. In a range where he can attack, though. An avocado. Thanks! Oh, Black Skull. He's hitting his moves now, but they're not the moves that he needs to hit. Gets leaping kill. Oh! Not enough to kill. Does push him back into fire. Oh, dude, brother, he wants to fight. Nia is trying her best. She's like, get back there. I want a fair fight. Not this power attack bullshit. Alright, Head Assault whiffs. Alright, Black Skull goes for the Inferno. Whiffs in the 49%. I don't know if he's out of it yet. If he can probably swing an Inferno or a Fire Breath. I don't think Fire Breath... You know what? Never mind. I'm sorry. Black Skull keeping it in it. Ooh, Fire Breath that hits 186. Negative 22 guts down. Oh, water's good. Oh, Tail Whip. Do 19 damage there. 13 damage there. Nia's just kind of chilling. Alright, hits the head assault. Big 289 on the crit there. Black Skull. Inferno on the 46. That whiffs. I don't think Inferno's hit this set. Alright, he's got a little bit of a wait time before he's able to swing those power attacks again. He's got to dodge this punch, and he does not. Does he grit? He does grit. Black Skull Dragon will not stay down tonight, folks. He has grit, I think, almost every set that he's been in. Oh, he's passing over those intelligence attacks. Goes for the bite. He needs to back up. Use Fire Breath. Use something. Pushes Nia back. Oh my god, he goes back into slot 1. Oh my god, he goes for the bite, and I think that's going to be it, friends. Nia taking that 2-1 over Black Skull Dragon. He was hungry. He wanted a taste of the kitty. What? Pause. Okay, I didn't mean it like that. Moving on. Alright, Nia staying in it. We have Citrisi, which is not the best name after what I said. Let's start banning all of you guys. Alright, we got Citrisi versus Unthemed. Alright, Smoke Breath on the 55. Gonna whiff there. Alright, Unthemed goes for the punch combo. He says, let me show you some Withering. Gee, oh my god, that was a one-hit kill. I didn't expect that. Alright, Unthemed. Quick game 1. I love punch combo, dude. One of the funniest moves in the game. Yeah, no, Black Skull Dragon did really good. He made top 8, which is sick. Alright, misses the triple slash there. If this was a tournament where you were able to remove basic text, I honestly think he would have done really good. I think his build is really cool. You know, you just kind of have to deal with those basic techs in this tournament. Ooh, Smoke Breath does proc the power. Ooh, Smoke Breath. Oh my god. The power light. Oh, into the fullery? Oh my god, he still has power. Jesus, that's the first 999 we've seen all night. Holy shit. There's a lot of wacky things that said. Alright, Unthemed, keeping in it. Alright, I believe that was 2-1, I think, in Unthemed's favor. Was that game 2 or game 3? You know, we're 2-0, okay. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter a ton since, you know, we don't have any, like, actual scores to keep up. But I would like to represent what's going on accurately in the bracket page. Alright, so we're going to keep moving on with losers. We got Zatona. Versus Nia.
Obonga says, eat this onions.
Hi, Bio.
Oh god, it's gonna explode! Get me out of here!
Alright, Tongue Slap was on the 39%. Probably would have killed if it hit. Let's see. Jesus, 678 on the crit diving press. The Tuna taking game 1. Bio, how are you tonight? I feel like I haven't heard from you in a good while. Alright, leaping kick whiffs. Zatuna's got a pretty big... Well, actually not like a huge guts lead. Does this kill? Yep. Oh, okay. Well, it did, but Nia's not out of it. Use one of its 9 lives. Okay. He just didn't want to miss. Alright, so Nia bows out at 5th place, which is pretty good. Made top 8, got 5th place. I'd be pretty happy with that. Alright, is this where the Muse start to fall off a little bit? We've got Spin to Win fighting for his life also versus Unthemed, who just committed a fucking murder. So let's see if he adds another name to that list. Alright. Spin to Win. Alright, cutting 2 to start things off. 128 damage. Pretty modest to what we've seen him do tonight. Twiddling 2. My god, Potato. That's your monster you're talking about. He's just a cat. Doll. Ooh, big crit here, 266. Unthemed get power, he does not. Alright, so triple slash whiffs there on the 44%. Alright, Spin to Win, keeping in it. 1-1 right now. Cool, triple slash to start things off. No crit, 312. Spin to Win's got a huge guts lead now, and Unthemed is not the most tanky build in the tournament. This might kill here. Yeah, 377 on the crit. We do see a crit though. Unthemed staying in it. He probably just needs like a dash slash to end this, maybe a cut in 2. Does he go for Deathbringer? He's not even going to get a chance to. Spin to Win, keeping itself alive. 2-1. JP, your monster didn't win, but he's probably going to have the most memorable moment of the night. So, you know, that's kind of like winning in its own right. Alright, so we're getting pretty close now. We're in losers semifinals, so we're going to see Zatuna again. And Spin to Win. Alright, so Nia eliminated one of the Muse. Let's see if it can do that a second time, or Spin to Win's gonna avenge his fallen brethren. Alright. Pretty simple game going on so far. 227, no crit on that. So Spin to Win in the lead right now, but Zatuna's got a lot of damage output. We obviously know diving press and tongue slap will kill. It's a 40% roll. How is he hitting it every time? Oh man. Alright, Zatuna up game 1. Just needs one more win to make it to losers finals. Alright, headbutt doing a little bit of damage here. No crits right now. Does Dust Cloud for a modest 117 into a second one, which does whiff. Alright, leaping kick again. Zatuna, I think, has power. I'm pretty sure we saw that earlier, but it didn't get procced there. Diving press into the tongue slap. Oh, that does whiff. Things are looking good for Spin to Win. Just pretty much got to land anything. I'd also like to report a case of anal abuse and an also possible future murder. This is a very wild tournament today. Had to get the authorities involved. Alright, leaping kick, gonna end it there. 1-1. Alright, it comes down to this. Alright, we got a punch. We got a second punch, which whiffs. Another whiff. Zatuna's got a huge guts lead here. 50-50 on the charge, almost doing half of Spindlewind's health. 800 fucking damage. Alright, Zatuna. Body slamming its way to losers finals. Alright, from everything from here on out, it's going to be best 3 out of 5 now. So we're going to go over to winners finals, back up to winners finals. We've got Sus Among Us, Uwu, raised by Selvius. And then we've got Grim Jim, raised by Nash. So Grim has gone through the Mew Gauntlet today. And he continues to go through the Mew Gauntlet. If he wins this here, he would have eliminated, I believe, every Mew, or at least sent every Mew in the losers, every Mew in the tournament to losers bracket. Alright, now, like I said earlier, I would do voting on winners, losers, and grand finals. So, we've been building up our channel points a little bit throughout the night. I'm going to go ahead and throw the prediction up. You got 30 seconds. Do you like Grim Jim or do you like Sus Among Us better? Is this going to be another tournament where the mon that sends me to losers wins the whole thing? I don't know. Alright, we got Sus and we got Grim. And I'm going to take another drink of water. Grim just standing there. I don't think Sus is fully grown. It looks kind of small, but I don't know. 306, pretty big damage there on the crit twiddling too. Does proc the anger. Oh, Death Slash, is that what you want to go for, friend? Whiffs on the 39%. Yeah. No, Sinisterhood, the Peachtree bug that I just raised for lightweight, it actually ended up only being Adolescent 2 by the time I finished up. Because it wasn't Prime for a little bit, then it got peached back into Adolescent 2. So she ended up being medium-sized instead of fully grown. Alright, so Sus wins that first game. Do we know what the next Macho Thursday is? I don't. I think I'm actually going to make a poll, because I have a couple of different ideas. And I'll just let the poll run tomorrow, and whatever wins, I think that'll be the format that we do. Alright, Grim's sitting on 99 guts. And he's got anger. So, you know, just kind of useless at this point. He's hanging out in the back, though. I don't know what he's got going on in that little brain of his. Does whiff the Death Punch into the Death Slash. On this big of a guts lead, it'll probably kill. Yeah, 853 damage on the crit. Grim, 1-1 right now. Death Final build would be pretty funny. Those are probably the only two, like, really viable builds for Grim. Jesus. Oh, it doesn't kill, though. Alright, retaliates with the twiddling. 232 on the crit there. Procs Grim's anger, so he's going to get a pretty big guts lead here. Lots of guts down there. Grim taking game number 2. A lot faster than he took game 1. Yeah, Freya, who would do that? That seems like such a silly build. This man is fucking angry. I think like every time he's been hit today, he's got angry. Man's playing like a fucking computer player. I don't know what Nash fed this monster, but he's just... he's like getting as much guts as he can. He just starts swinging. He's dead. Alright, 3-1 in Grim Jim's favor. Probably some of the most optimal CPU play I've ever seen in my entire life. Alright, so Grim Jim, Slayer of Muse, makes it to Grand Finals. Go ahead and... let's see. Go ahead and hand y'all your monies out. So, we have now... what is it? Zatuna? Where's my fucking bracket page at? There it is. We've got Sus Among Us versus Zatuna. I mean, I guess kind of at this point, Zatuna's also gone through the Mew Gauntlet. I guess we can take a look at this. We haven't actually looked at the bracket page much tonight. Let's see, where's Zatuna at? Zatuna started here. So... yeah, it fought Sus Among Us, so this is actually a revenge match here. Then Zatuna went through Nia, and then Spin to win. So if Zatuna also beats Sus Among Us here, it will also have beat every Mew. Which is pretty interesting. Alright, we've seen a lot of these monsters tonight. They're both incredibly strong builds. Gonna go ahead and throw the prediction up right now. Do you like Sus Among Us or do you like Zatuna? Alright, you got 30 seconds. Go ahead and put your Patuis down. So Pyro, the build that we were talking about is in the second season of the Monster Rancher Battle League, which was...
How much I won?
that one always scares the fuck out of me. Which was a monster that JP raised in the second season of the Monster Rancher Battle League, which was the emulator league that Nash ran before DX came out. So in that version of the game, you're actually able to manipulate your monster's base nature by breeding. So you could take a Joker and combine him down a generation or two with like really good monsters like a Golly or something like that. And Galley, sorry, I'm saying it wrong. I don't know if Nash is going to watch the VOD or not, but Galley. You could combine it with really like good base monsters and you could essentially make like power or anger on any build that you want. It's probably the feature that I miss the most that's just unavailable in DX. Like, we can kind of mitigate stuff in DX with things like hard mode and now tech deletion, you know, this, that, and the other. We can't change that nature thing unless we're, like, using mods that change the code, which I believe someone's working on right now, but I don't know if that's going to be, like, a viable thing for tournament play, just because that's going to be really pain in the ass for the tournament runner, and that even kind of further alienate Switch players. So I don't know. We'll see though. Alright, so Sus is taking that first game. Alright, diving press whiffs, 87 damage to himself, not the most damage. Goes for the dust cloud, that whiffs too. Yeah, if you've never gone back and really watched, so there's VODs, actually they were talking about it a little bit today in the Discord. There's VODs of a couple of weeks of the first Monster Rancher Battle League season, and then the entirety of the Monster Rancher Battle League Season 2 is uploaded on Nash's channel. Really, really cool tournament. I've actually been going through and slowly rewatching it the past couple of weeks. Just put something on when I need some like background noise. And yeah, awesome tournament. One of my favorite things that's ever happened in the scene competitively. Alright, Sus is up 2-0. I think Zatuna's ran out of fuel, fellas, and Freya. Yeah. He dive and pressed his way the whole night. hitting 30% after 30%, but not that one. Zatuna goes down 3-0. Sus making its way back to Grand Finals to face Grim Jim. But yeah, now Zatuna got third, which is an awesome placing, so I think everyone enjoyed watching it. So, Sphera, you made a pretty cool monster. Alright, so let me go ahead and... Not a lot of people voted on Sus that game. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our grand finals ready. Maybe throw the J in there. Alright, so we got Grim Jam. And then we have Sus Among Us. Well, Frey, you missed round robin tournament. You're in luck. I'm hosting a round robin tournament this weekend, and it features one of your monsters and 15 other players' monsters. Alright, so I'm going to let this run for a minute. I got to go pee. So you guys got minute predictions on this one for Grand Finals. I will be right back. Do you think Grim Jim is going to take it all, or do you think Sus Among Us is going to be able to reset the bracket and win 3 more after that? Alright, I'll be right back. Girl. Alrighty, I'm back. Let's see how you all... Alright, people liking Grim. Grim's got 2.2k on him. Sus has got 1.2k on them. Yeah, so for the friends who are in the chat who might not know too much about Pokemonsters, since you've only been kind of watching since the weeklies popped up, I can go over a little bit once the tournament's done here, so we can have a little preview of what's going on Saturday. We've really quick night tonight. Like I said, we're only probably going to go about an hour and a half. Alright, Sus is looking good this first game. Goes for the smash, but that's not going to take it. He can maybe get one in more. Oh, but Sus is going to run down the clock with power. I didn't even know Sus had power. I thought it had a crit. I thought it had a crit nature. Oh, is Grim losing his steam too? Big 451 crit there. Honestly, another Twiddling 2 might be able to just take it here. Goes for the Death Punch. It's going to wither down a good amount of damage. Does over half of Sus Among Us' health. Goes for the Death Slash. Finisher. Misses on the 33%. Oh, Leaping Kick is not what it needs, but it can go ahead and swing something else. Leaping Kick into the Twiddling. 1-2 combo. Sus 2-0 so far. You know, I was hyping Grim up, but you know, Sus came to play this round. Alright, Head Assault out the gate. A little bit of chip damage there. Alright, does proc the Anger. So this is more like what was happening in the Winter Finals set. Oh, procs Fury, not a Power Special that we see a ton. We didn't get to see it at all, basically. We got like a little cutscene and that was it. Grim. Handling that game 3 pretty easily. 1-2 in Sus Among Us' favor right now. Alright, 209. Goes for the Death Slash. That does hit. One hit KO. Yeah, on that crit, it's definitely going to one hit KO. Alright, game 5 already. If Sus wins this, it resets the bracket. If Grim wins this, it wins the bracket. All comes down to this. Alright, Twilling 2. 205 damage, negative 15 guts there. Grim Gem's still in a pretty good position here. Alright, Leaping Kick. All that's going to do is help build Grim's guts up. He's staying in those back 2 slots. He's going for his winner's final strategy now. Alright, Death Punch. Decent amount of damage, decent amount of Withering. Does whiff that one on the 50-50. Alright, Leaping Kick hits on the 81. Goes for the Death Slash to end it. No, misses that. Sus is in a pretty good position right now. Does go for the Leaping Kick. Not the most damage dealing move, but it does crit. Alright. Oh, Foolery? Oh. I don't think Grim's in the lead yet still. He needs to hit something else. Oh, Sus is going to go for the Twiddling. That's going to be it. Sus resets the bracket despite the Foolery. 3-2. The little doll is still in it, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so this is essentially a fresh set. We're restarting again. Both monsters are in losers now, and whoever loses this is going to get eliminated. You ain't got that payout yet. Sus has got to win the set again. Alright, Death Punch finally lands, putting Grim in the lead. Both monsters are around the same guts. Punch not going to do a ton here. Yeah, only 51 damage. Ugh. Voice is starting to get a little raspy. The flu's going around my work now too, so hopefully I'm not getting sick. I'm actually supposed to have my flu shot tomorrow. They're having a clinic come in. Alright, Grim taking that first game of the reset. Oh, big crit Death Punch there. I don't think he's fucking around now. I think he's pissed. Oh, we do so a Twiddling 2 hit on the crit, 375, putting Sus Among Us in the lead. Both monsters pretty similar guts. Death Punch hits there. Head Assault in retaliation. Doesn't kill even on a crit. Slash to end it all. Whiffs there. Well, Twiddling's gonna take that. Now, does Grim grit? I feel like he laid there for a good while. Alright, 1-1. Incredibly intense finals right here. Alright, punched on the 53%, leaves him with 53 guts after the move ends. 147. Negative 10 guts. Alright, Head Assault on the 92. Does proc the Anger. Oh, Anger Smash. It's going to be a lot of Withering. Look at that, 20 guts down. Does proc Sus's power, but it's probably not going to get to use it in a meaningful way, and especially can't use it if it's dead. Grim taking that game 2. So 2-1 in the Reaper's favor. Alright, so this is it, ladies and gentlemen. If Grim wins this one, he wins the whole tournament despite Sus Among Us resetting the bracket. Sus needs to win 2 more games. Twiddling Tube whiffs at the 85, and that is not the way you win games. Grim's got a huge guts lead now, goes for the death smash on the 50-50. It whiffs. That one hits though, 232-34. Grim taking the bracket reset 3-1, defeating every Mew in the tournament tonight. Said, I had enough of this build. Congratulations to Nash for winning. Let's take a look about how tonight ended. Alright, let's go ahead and end the tournament. Let's take a look-see, alright. Alright. No, we don't need to look at that. We can just do this. So 13th place, just because of the odd number, we have Estro Keeper by Lily. Tied for 9th, we got Chicola, Sinatra Blue, Amazing Bulk, and Bismarck Key. The Golem's not doing great tonight. And for our top 8 finishers, we got Citrisi, Black Skull Dragon, both of our intelligence builds, making it in 7th place. Really cool that they made top 8 in the first place. 5th, we got Unthemed and Nia. 4th, we got Spin to Win. 3rd, we have Zatuna. 2nd, we have Selvius's Sus Among Us Uwu. And then as our champion, we have Grim Jim raced by Nash. Alright, really fun night overall, everybody. So, congratulations to everyone. Thank you guys for entering. Like I said earlier, I don't know what format I actually want to run for next week's weekly. So I'm going to put it up to a poll, I think. I have a couple of ideas, and I'm going to let you guys vote on it tomorrow. Well, I'll probably put the poll up right after this ends. But before we go, for friends who are newer to the stream, I want to talk to you a little bit about whoops. I've just been sitting here rambling on. Um, sorry, guys. I forgot that I needed to re-add my snowball every time that I make a new scene. All right, so I'm going to have to start here from the beginning. So Pokemonster Stadium 2, it's a Pokemon-themed Monster Rancher tournament that incorporates some gameplay elements from Pokemon. So every monster has a type. So for example, Pixie, we have Fairy, right? She's a pure Fairy. But when you start mixing her with stuff, she gains extra secondary typings. So Pixie Dragon's Fairy Dragon, Pixie Centaur is Fairy Fighting, Pixie Raki is Fairy Dark, so on and so forth. Now why that is important is the point system that is incorporated into the tournament. So it's a round robin style tournament where we're going to have 2 pools of 8 monsters. And instead of just counting game wins and game losses, it's actually a points-based system on your monster's type. So like super effective damage in Pokemon. If your Pokemon's type is 4 times super effective against the other monster, they get 2 points for their win. 2 times super effective, 1.5 points for their win. Normal effective, just 1 point. 2 times not very effective is half of a point. 4 times not very effective is 1/4 point. And then if you are immune, if you beat a monster that is immune to your type, then you only get 0.1 points. So your monster could do really well. It could win most of its matches, but depending on the types that it rolls into, it might not get enough points to make it out. Now, the top 4 monsters in each pool are going to make it out into a top 8 bracket, where at that point it becomes more so a normal tournament. The type matchup stuff kind of goes out of the way. Why is Dragon a dragon type? It should be fire flying. Freya, I don't have a comeback for that. We're just going to keep going. Now, where this adds on to the original tournament that I ran, Pokemonsters, which took this concept and kind of, used that concept, it's kind of akin from going to Gen 1 to Gen 2, where your monster also gets to hold a held item that's going to affect their build. So, certain items can add battle specials to your monsters. Certain items can add immunities to your monsters. Certain items can have you win real life money and a bunch of different stuff. We have items that affect health draining techs, items that affect accuracy, items that, like the choice items, where you can only have one move, but you can have maxed out attacking stat in a format that does not usually allow max attacking stats. Oh, another big thing about this tournament that I didn't talk about is that your monsters have to have 4 moves unless their item changes that around. And each move has to be in a different slot. So it's going to be really goofy. Some people finally got comfortable enough with sharing their builds, because this is if you share your builds early, this is a tournament that people could really counterpick you on. I'm going to have... Honestly, I have a lot of time tonight. I might get the graphics and type charts and stuff thrown up, and I might get them thrown up tonight. But yeah, this is going to be happening 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this Friday, October 7th, I believe. Yep, October 7th on my Twitch channel. And I'm very excited for it. I put a ton of work into it when it comes to like graphics and other things that I'm excited for you guys to see. Yeah, but... Oh... Where are we? There we are. One more time, congratulations to Nash for winning the weekly number 2. I'll go ahead and throw out the poll for the formats that I want to run soon after this. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. I hope to see you guys at Pokemonsters. I'm really excited for it. I hope you guys have a really great night. And the last thing that we're going to do is find somebody to raid. And, oh, it looks like Evie is streaming, so we'll go ahead and raid them. Evie, friend of the channel. I believe they actually have a monster in Pokemonsters this weekend. Alright, so go ahead and raid Evie. I'll see you all later. Love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Bye.